Let us start the topic audit. So I'm sharing the screen of Bayer Act. Audit is covered under two sections of GST laws, CGST Act. I hope you can see the screen. So it is chapter 13 of the CGST Act which deals with my topic audit. If you remember, chapter 12 was the topic which was dealing with assessment. Now if you remember assessment, the starting section of assessment was section 59, which says that there can be self-assessment. In fact, normally the assessment is self-assessment. Now, if there is a self-assessment concept, that means if department will trust the taxpayers, the registered persons, that they will show the GST honestly to check the authenticity, it is necessary to have a strong mechanism of audit, so that if any ingenuine person is there, if any person is not genuinely showing the GST, through audit we can trace that person. So in cases of all self-assessment provisions, robust mechanism of audit is necessary. So we are dealing with chapter 13, audit. First section is section 65 and next section is section 66. That's it. These are the only two sections which deals with audit under GST laws, because next section is of another topic. Section 67 talks about inspection, etc. It is not in our course. And if it is, then we will cover very small detail of this concept. Anyhow, you come back to my topic, audit. 65 and 66. So let me show you this in the simplified language from my book, audit. So I'm sharing this screen now. Can you see the new screen? Kindly reply through chat window. Can you see the new screen? So that I can start explaining and you can also read it. Can you see this Word file, new screen? Okay, now my first section is audit by tax authorities. Now who can do the audit? Of course, the tax department, because as a taxpayer, I have given my information. Department has a right to do audit. So let me discuss some topics in section 65. Audit by whom? Audit of any registered person. By whom? By the commissioner or any officer authorized by the commissioner. So audit of any registered person can be done by the commissioner or any officer authorized by the commissioner. Some points to be noted, that for how many, that what is the period of audit? Can it be done for one day transaction? Can it be done for the entire year? Can audit be done for the transactions of 1 month? Can audit be done for the transactions of past 2 years? Answer is yes. Any interval. So let me discuss period of audit. Audit can be conducted for entire year, for a part thereof, that means even for 15 days, 30 days, or multiples thereof, 2 years, 3 years. There is no limit. Commissioner can decide the period of audit. Place, it will be conducted at the place of business of the registered person or at their offices. It's not that the books will be brought to the commissioner's office. No, audit has to be conducted at the place of the taxpayers' business. That's it. Now, before conducting audit, it is the duty of the commissioner to inform to that taxable person whose audit is to be done 15 days in advance. A notice has to be issued not less than 15 working days prior to conduct of audit, so that as a taxpayer, I can make the arrangement. So 15 days notice is required before starting the audit by tax authorities. Time limit to conduct the audit by the commissioner, 3 months. Audit has to be completed within 3 months of the commencement of the audit. But in case if commissioner is satisfied that some extension is required, then extension may be given, not orally, for the reasons to be recorded in writing. Now, these things are necessary to make sure that taxpayers are not harassed by the department. So commissioner has to give in writing or has to record in the file that on what basis commissioner is asking for extension to complete the audit. So after recording the reasons in writing, audit can be extended by extra period of maximum 6 months. So I can say that maximum period of audit can be 9 months, 3 months initially, and another 6 months maximum. Now, next point, what will be done in the audit? What department can do in this audit? What is to be verified? Department can verify the value of supply, GST rate charged, input tax credit whether correctly availed or not, etc. Exemptions which have been claimed, deductions which have been claimed. Department can verify the information related to computation of GST liability. That's it. Now this is my section 65 first point, that what factors are to be considered, whose audit can be done. Audit can be done of any registered person by the commissioner or any person authorized by the commissioner for any period, not at the commissioner's office, at the place of business of the taxpayer. 15 days notice is required before starting audit. In 3 months, audit has to be completed, but commissioner may extend this period of 3 months by another period of maximum 6 months after recording the reasons in writing. And last point was, what will be verified in the audit? The transactions or the activities related to GST computation. That's it. It is my first subheading of section 65. Now next point, within section 65, what is the duty of the person whose audit is conducted? The duty of this taxpayer is that this taxpayer has to give proper place where officers or the staff of the department will come and sit and do audit. This is my first point. This taxpayer has to provide the necessary facility to verify the books. Second, all the information which are required by the tax department related to audit has to be supplied by this person. He has to render assistance for timely completion of audit. These are the two duties of the taxpayer. Because in the first point we have read that 15 days notice is to be given to this taxpayer. So the taxpayer has to arrange in these 15 days proper place and place where the officers will come and sit and do the audit. All the required informations which are required, or all the documents and files and bill books, etc., which are required to complete the audit. This is the duty of the taxpayer. But duty should not be only on the taxpayer. There is a duty of department also. After the audit is completed, what is the duty of the department? Within 30 days of completing the audit, department has to inform this taxable person whose audit is conducted about what they have found in this audit and what are the reasons of such findings and what are the rights and obligations of this person whose accounts have been audited. This is the duty of the department. The moment you complete the audit, within 30 days, inform the registered person whose audit you have done about what you have found in those audits, what are the reasons of your finding, and what are the rights and obligations of this taxable person now. These are the duties of the department. Last, in case audit has detected any fraud of what? Maybe less tax is paid, wrong ITC is claimed, etc. Then for these cases, we have separate sections 73 and 74. I'm not discussing those sections right now. You must only remember that whenever audit results in deduction of tax, GST not paid, or less paid, or by mistake refunded, or ITC wrongly availed, ITC wrongly utilized, then action will be initiated by the department under section as per the provisions of section 73 and 74. That's it. It is my section 65. Audit of registered person by tax authorities. That's it. Any period which commissioner can decide. It will be conducted at the place of the business of the taxable person. It has to be completed within 3 months. Extension may be given. All transactions related to GST computation can be verified. Duties of the taxable person whose audit is to be done is that person has to arrange all the documents, reports which are necessary to complete the audit. After 30 days of completing the audit, there is a duty on the department also. Tell this person whose reports you have audited about your findings and reasons of those findings, and what are the rights and obligations now of this person after this audit. And last point is, in case some fraud is detected in the form of less tax paid, wrong IT saved, etc., department can proceed to initiate the action against this person under section 73 and 74. That's it. It is my section 65. Next and last section of audit, section 66. It is a special audit, not normal in nature, special. Since it is special, then we have to learn some special points. It has to be conducted not by the department, but by a chartered accountant who is assumed to be an expert in audit procedure, or by a cost accountant. In section 65, department officers conduct the audit, but under section 66, department doesn't conduct the audit. Department appoints a chartered accountant or a cost accountant who will conduct the audit. So any officer not less than the rank of assistant commissioner, if thinks that the case is complicated, and it is necessary to save the interest of the department, if he thinks that because of complexity of the case, tax has lost, department has got less revenue, or wrong ITC has been claimed by the taxable person, in those cases, he can direct the assistant commissioner, any person not below the rank of assistant commissioner can direct me. If suppose I am the registered person, he can direct me that you conduct the audit by a chartered accountant or a cost accountant whom we will nominated by the commissioner. Now again, listen, what is section 66? It is special audit. It is done on the orders of the department, but not by the department. It is done under the orders of the department, but not by the department. Department will ask the taxable person whose accounts are required to be audited that you have to do the audit, or you have to conduct the audit by the chartered accountant or a cost accountant, which we are telling you. Only from that chartered accountant or a cost accountant you have to conduct an audit. But approval of commissioner is required because these are special audits. So commissioner's approval is required in conducting special audit. First point. I hope section 65 and 66 is clear. 65, department officers conduct. Section 66, chartered accountant or a cost accountant nominated by the department, they will conduct the audit. And they have to conduct the audit within 3 months. Within 90 days, the chartered accountant nominated by the department or the cost accountant nominated by the department has to submit the report to the department. Has to submit the report to the department. But if chartered accountant or this cost accountant thinks that the period of 90 days is not sufficient to complete the audit, department can grant an extension of another 90 days. That's it. But this is the maximum. Another 90 days. This is my first point. Within this, special audit can be conducted even when other normal audits are going on. Just because a special audit is conducted, it doesn't mean that the taxable person will not be having any obligation to conduct other normal audits, which he or she may be required to be conducted as per the other provisions of the Act. So the point is special audit can be conducted even if other audits have already been done. It doesn't matter. Special audit is special. It can be conducted even when the taxable person says that my audit has already been done. Under section 66, still special audit can be conducted. Second point now, within section 66, second point, who will pay the expenses of this chartered accountant or cost accountant? It is not the job of the taxable person to pay the expenses to this chartered accountant or cost accountant, because this audit has been conducted by the department on the instructions of the department. So this chartered accountant or cost accountant has to be paid by the department, not by the person whose audit they are doing. So the expenses are borne by the department for this audit, not by the taxable person. What are the duties of the department when they have conducted the audit? The registered person has to be informed about the findings of this audit. And last point is same, just like section 65. In case any fraud is deducted in terms of less tax paid, no tax paid, wrong refund claimed, wrong ITC claimed, then department can proceed to initiate the action under section 73 and 74 against this registered person whose special audit has been conducted. That's it. What is the concept of audit? Two sections, section 65, section 6. Section 65, where audit is by the tax officers. Section 66, when audit is by the department, through whom? Through nominated chartered accountant or a nominated post accountant, whose salary department has to. That's it. It is my entire topic, audit. Any problem, any issue, you can raise your query. Audit is complete from my side. Any doubt? Okay, tomorrow we will start. Okay, one doubt. Yes, you can ask your query. You can unmute yourself and ask your query. Or you can ask your query through chat window also. It's your choice. You can ask your query or directly by unmuting yourself, or you can ask through chat window also. Okay, I think there is no query on audit. If it is, then you can ask me later on also. So we are winding up the discussion today, and tomorrow we will start another topic. Before that, I would like to ask, I think we have covered the chapter registration. Haven't we covered the chapter registration in our normal regular classes? Chapter registration. Or we need to cover it? Do you remember whether we have covered registration or not? Do you remember whether we have covered registration or not? Okay, you discuss with your class, and your CRs will inform exactly whether they have covered, whether I have covered registration chapter or not. I'm winding up today, and all these lectures will be uploaded on the YouTube.